Back to the channel. So we are starting a new series in which we are going to teach Python for class 12th, CBSE board, NCRT board, and if somebody wanted to learn Python, they can also see this video. So in this video, we are going to start a new series of Python, and we are going to start a new chapter, that is first the basics of Python. So let's start with the chapter. So what is Python? Basically, Python is a high-level interpreted language, and it is an open source language. It is one of the most popular language in the field of IT and coding, and it is a interpret language. So basically, there are two types of languages. One is interpreter language and another is compiler language. So Python is an interpreter language, and uh, it is an open source that anybody can use this language to develop any software or any kind of app, anything. So it can be freely accessed by anybody and everyone can use this language. Um, and it works on Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. So basically, what is a high level language? I'll tell you that high level language is a language that is used as a language that is communicate to the PC and a human. So there is a normal language that we usually speak, that is a new human language, and another is an uh, interpreter language. So that is used in the coding field. Generally, interpreter languages are those languages which uh, runs first. We will write the code and then the output will come. Generally, is that is a kind of a thing. So let's come to the first thing. That is a very basic thing in any languages. When you are studying a coding language, that is a very basic thing that you have to learn is one thing that is known as variables. So we'll talk about variables. What is a variable? So basically, a variable is a container, a storage box. You can imagine a box in which we can store data. So the container is known as variable. And in the coding languages, without variable, you cannot define the data because the data has to be stored anywhere. So where it will store as variable. So you can see in the example, there is a name and equals to Vinayak. So in this, the name equals to Vinayak. So the name part is the variable and Vinayak is a data. You can see in the age equals to 18. It means that age is an variable and 18 is the data. So you can see over here, I'll just you can see the name which is over here. So I have highlighted that the name and the age. So these both are the variables. And this you can see the Vinayak. What is it? The thing that I have highlighted from green is the data. You can see this. So this is a variable. Like you can see the marks. What is marks is? So generally marks can be like 1 to 100. Any number can be the marks, right? So the marks in over here is the variable. You can see I have highlighted the marks in the red color. That is a variable. And the 95.5, which the number is given, that is a marks. So this is the variable. So this is known as variable. So let's come to, so before coming to the next chapter topic, which is data types, we will come to the first code that every language we write, that is a hello world. So generally in Python, we can directly use print function to get the output. So you can see over here that over here there is written hello world. So we can just write print, and then in the bracket we will implement the colon. That is very necessary in the Python language, because without it the code will not run. And then we will write whatever we should print, like hello world, and then we will this, and then when we will just enter over in the VS Code or any kind of a editor which you are using, when you will enter it, the output will come. So this is the basic first code of our Python language, that is a print hello world. So it is listed over here. You can write it, and you have to remember that print in other languages, there are many things, like in the C language you should write first the whole syntax, and then you have to write the print option, then the output will come. But in the Python you can directly write the print, and then you can write whatever you wanted to print and then enter. So this is the basic thing, so just write it, uh, so it will be better. And let's come to the second thing, that is the third topic. Our third topic is data types. So what are data types? Data types tells us Python what kind of a data stores in a variable. So in the last thing that we discussed about variable, this was like marks, which stores data. That is a variable, right? So in the variable, when we will store some data, so there can be many types of data which is stored in the variable. First is, it can be a name, it can be a number, it can be a decimal value. So you can see in the last example, I just told you that there was a name Vinayak. So this is a alphabet which is stored in the variable. So in the variable we have stored the data. So the data is in the form of alphabet. And you can see in the age we have stored a number. It is a form of a number. And in the marks, that was a variable, we have stored 95.5. That is a point, decimal point number. So these all things are generally classified in the Python language, that are known as data types. So there are different kind of data types. First data type is number. So number generally we denote as a integer. So the basic number like 1, 2, 3, 4, which do not have any point in it, that is known as an integer. And the second thing, if your number has some point, like a decimal value, it will store as a float. It will be a decimal number as a float. And if you store in your variable a normal alphabet, that is like Vinayak, or over here it is written Python. So it is a string, or it can be a character. And if you are storing a variable, like this is, you can see over here, this is the variable, that is a status, and it is true or false. So there can be two possibilities in any of the thing, like it can be a true, it can be a false. In the true, if you want to see that if you are implementing true or false in your variable, you will write boolean. So that is a boolean data type. So you can see in the previous example, I have mentioned that Vinayak is a string, okay, because it is in the alphabet, and 18 is a normal number without a decimal, so it will denote it as an integer variable. And in the marks, which is a decimal thing, that will be a float variable, right? So when we will just print this thing, we can see where we have a name that was a variable, and we have stored our data Vinayak in it. And then age. Age equals to, we have written the age, that is a data. And then we have marks. So after this thing which we have written over here, we want to print, if we want to print this, we will write print name, because we will mention in the print what is a variable. All right, we can see over here, there is in the print there is a thing that is a name, and then print age, then print marks. So after that, when we will get the output, it will come as output equals to Vinayak, output equals to name, because we have mentioned in the print age equals to age, and then marks. So these are the kind of a data types right now. I Till now there are, these are all data types which are listed over here. First is was integer, that has a in normal number value without any decimal, that is known as integer. And float, when the number will contain any kind of a decimal, it will consider as a float data type. And then if you are writing some name, some alphabetical word, so it will consider as a string. And then if you are writing true or false, it will written as a boolean. So Python is a case sensitive language, because uh, in a lot of coding languages there are case sensitive language, in which means that when you are writing a code, like it is written over here like print, so you can't just write normal print. It has to be in a small letter, or it has to be a capital letter. So like in the boolean, you can see over here, the boolean is written when we are identify any kind of a um, data type. So like in boolean, it always has to be in a capital letter. If it will, you will write just boolean and write the data type boolean without any capital starting. Like V has to be capital. If it is not, the code will not run. So Python, always remember that Python is an case sensitive language. And let's come to the fourth part, that is inputs and function. So what is a input? Right now, what we were doing is we were just writing the code, like we were explaining like x equals to and y equals to in the variable. We were just adding the data and writing the print function. You can So you can see in the data types, after data types, input function, in the input function is used to take the data. What we were doing in the last thing, that we were taking all the variables and adding the data in it and directly printing the data. You can see like print type X. e- So it will show the X value. We were just writing all the data and just printing it. If we want in our code that we can have an option that we can input the data when um, um, there will be no predefined data, we can enter it like when we will make the things like we will first of all we will make a variable that is a name, and then we want that there should not be Vinayak or some other name should be there. When we will make the output, if we want to change the name, we will use the input function for entering a data from ourselves. So then we use input function. So what input function actually do is, first we will write the same like name equals to input, then enter your name. So what here it is doing, in the last thing what we have seen, like we were just randomly putting the data and the data was coming in the output section. But in the input, what we are doing, we are adding, this is a variable which we have defined a name, then we have input a function. So input function is defined over here, that is input, and in the bracket colon enter your name. That means when we will print hello and then the variable, which is here, name. So when the output will come, it will say that name equals to enter. It will say name equals to enter your name in the output section. And then whatever input we have to give, like we have given some other name in the output section, like Rohit. So it will come as Rohit. So this is what input function do. It help us to input any kind of a data in the output section of the code. So later in the second part, I will do the coding in the VS Code. So it will be easy for all this function to understand. Uh, and I will show you all the code, how it runs and how it works in the VS Code in the second part. So let's come to the another section, that is input for number type conversation. So first is where we have after the name, let's come to the age. So in the age topic is the part fifth of this portion, that is operators. That is first arithmetical operator, logical operator. So all these operators we will discuss in the part two. Till now, I need you guys to learn the previous things like all the data types, variables, all the things which I have teached you till now. The main thing is the variables. What are the variables? What is a data? And what are the data types? And what is the input function? So these all things which I have teached you till now, just revised it. And then next part we will start with the operators. Thank you everyone. It's Vinayak, the Python teacher, and thank you.